In 1935, Europe looked away as an empire armed with tanks, planes, and poison gas marched toward the Horn of Africa. They believed victory would be swift. They believed Ethiopia would kneel. But they forgot one thing. This was the land of lions, a nation that had never been conquered. This is the war where Ethiopia challenged a fascist empire and changed the course of African history. Italy dreamed of building a new Roman Empire in Africa. Mussolini needed a great victory to display his power. He already controlled Eritrea and Somalia, but one nation stood in his way: Ethiopia, the last independent African empire. Italy had tasted humiliation before. In 1896, at the Battle of Adwa, Ethiopian warriors defeated the Italian army and shocked the Western world. Mussolini never forgot that shame. He wanted revenge, and he wanted Ethiopia. By 1935, Europe was tense. The world was preparing for another global war. No one wanted to confront Italy. No one wanted to protect Ethiopia. And so the stage was set. Ethiopia was ruled by Emperor Haile Selassie, calm, intelligent, and committed to peace. But he understood the danger ahead. Italy had tanks, artillery, warplanes, chemical weapons, and 500,000 soldiers. Ethiopia had courage, mountain fighters, patriot generals, but outdated weapons. Still, Haile Selassie said, "We fight not for conquest, but for survival as a nation." On October 3, 1935, Italian forces crossed into Ethiopia. Another army approached from the south. Italy expected Ethiopia to fall quickly. They were wrong. Ethiopian warriors fought fiercely, charging down mountains with rifles, shields, and spears. Battles like Amba, Aradam, and Tembian shook the Italian army. Italian commanders were stunned by Ethiopia's resistance. But Italy turned to a horrific weapon: mustard gas. Dropped from planes, sprayed over rivers and roads, it burned skin, blinded eyes, and suffocated soldiers. It was a war crime, and the world did nothing. Haile Selassie brought evidence of Italy's gas attacks to the League of Nations. The world listened, but did not act. Ethiopia stood alone. The final blow came at the Battle of Mechu. Haile Selassie himself led the defense, but Italian aircraft bombed relentlessly. Ethiopia could no longer hold the line. On May 5, 1936, Italy entered Addis Ababa. Mussolini declared the end of the Ethiopian Empire. Haile Selassie went into exile, but Ethiopia's story was far from over. Across the mountains, forests, and deserts, Ethiopian fighters refused to surrender. They were the Arbegnoch, the Patriots. They carried out ambushes, destroyed supply lines, and made Italian occupation painful and costly. The spirit of Ethiopia lived through their resistance. Then the world changed. World War II began. Italy joined Nazi Germany, and the same nations that ignored Ethiopia now stood against Mussolini. British forces in East Africa joined with Ethiopian patriots. Together they launched a powerful counterattack. Town after town fell. Italian defenses collapsed. And on May 5, 1941, exactly 5 years after he lost his capital, Haile Selassie rode back into Addis Ababa. Crowds cheered, flags waved. Ethiopia had risen again. Italy's dream of empire was shattered. Ethiopia became the only African nation to defeat European colonizers twice, once at Adwa in 1896, and again with liberation in 1941. This war proved that even against poison gas